your search on Facebook, I believe it's Bing if I'm not mistaken, but when I go to search something, it automatically takes me right to a search engine. So you can certainly do a lot with Facebook in terms of search engines. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future that became another major search engine like Google. I really wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Going back into social media networking now ranks as the next most online engaging activity at 14.4% of the time spent online, which again is up 3.8 percentage points. Think about how powerful that is. It ranks as the next most engaging online activity. So what do we do online? We check our emails, we get our work done, we go on social networking, we check concerts, we look at YouTube. Oh, by the way, YouTube is a form of social media. So it's up there. As communication continues to shift to other channels, including social media and mobile, usage of web-based email declined 1.5%. Again, I don't check my emails as much. I am more so on my Facebooks and my Twitters. Okay, but check this out. It declined 1.5 percentage points to 11% of the time spent. That's huge. Looking at this chart here, we can see of our portals here. All the different portals have a decline. Social networking is up there. Entertainment, so-and-so, it comes up, it comes down. I guess depends on how much money we have that month financially. If we made enough to afford entertainment. Okay, email, see a big decline. 9 out of 10 U.S. internet users visit the social networking site per month. Out of curiosity, perhaps. My parents are not on social media, but they managed to check out my Facebook page a few months ago. I made a status about me going to a store, and I got a call from my father. He goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Hey, listen, I'm a public figure. I let it out there. This is what it is." I'm not shy. It's okay. Enough people know me. I don't mind, putting stuff out there. It's okay as long as it's legit. Okay. It accounts for 12% of all time spent online. Think about all the things we're doing online again. 12% of what we do is social media. Okay, the average user spends 4.5 hours per month, literally using social media. It accounts for 14.4% of Americans' online time. That's huge. Okay, I'm gonna just go around the room real quick and ask how much time do you spend using social media?
Social media?
Yeah.
A day or?
I say per month, or maybe a week.
Oh gosh, just 3 or 4 hours, not a lot.
Okay, that's per week.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot of time. How about you?
About an hour.
About an hour? How about you? Anybody else?
An hour.
Hour?
That's
About the same? You don't use it?
I don't use it.
Okay, we still have a percentage of don't use it, no problem. Don't use it?
About an hour a month.
About an hour a month? Okay.
Couple hours.
Couple hours?
Couple hours.
Couple hours? Don't use it,
I
okay.
thought I was the only one in the United States not on Facebook.
Maybe well.
There's some people out there.
I get on his Facebook.
That's okay.
I'm a Facebook stalker.
We have those too. We have those too. You use Facebook a lot?
About 15 minutes a month.
Okay.
Very low.
I have like 15 to 20 hours a week.
Okay. I know the man in the back there uses it a lot. Hey, Arnold. Ongoing increases. We log on more often. And don't be surprised if in the next few years, with all the speeches you've heard today, all the presentations you've heard with social media, don't be surprised if you see yourself using it more and more. This is where your customers are. Okay. Literally, Facebook accounts for 10% of U.S. page views in 2010. Okay. 3 out of 10 internet sessions visit Facebook. This is insane. LinkedIn is up 30% over previous year in December 2010, which is 26.6 million users.
Can I just ask a silly question? I keep getting invitations to LinkedIn, except, what do you do?
I'll tell you, what I like about LinkedIn is,
You find a new job.
LinkedIn is, it depends, not a lot of dealership jobs out there. What's good about LinkedIn is it's your own reputation management. We all talked about DealerRater before, right? We all talked about Google before. You have to have your own reputation management for your own name, especially if you are a high-level executive manager in a dealership, even a salesperson, an owner, principal and GM, you should be able to have a following. The people that have done business with you, the people that work for you or you work for, should be able to go in and do some recommendations for you. It actually is good for your SEO. If I was to search your name and you're properly up there on LinkedIn, I'll find you on the first page of Google for SEO. And it's really good. It's helped me a lot. I have about 25 or 26 recommendations. I'm trying to grow to have over 50. I know a lot of our industry fellow friends that have well over 50, but they also have a lot more years in business than I do. And, but I think it's really a great tool. I keep connecting with everybody anyway because, first of all, I'm a consultant and I'm a trainer and I want to help dealers. That's my biggest thing. So the more people know about me and the more people read my articles in the magazines and the blogs, the more people will start to recognize me. So it's the same thing for LinkedIn. You certainly want to be on there. And I'm going to talk about LinkedIn in terms of utilizing it for your dealership. The only thing with LinkedIn for your dealership, I would only use it for each personnel just to have a profile. You know, put all the right content in there and just get the reviews flowing so that even if a customer searches for the people in your dealership, and I don't care if it's sales, service, parts, F&I, controller, at least it'll just give them some good visibility. It'll make them look credible in front of everybody else. Because what do people think of car dealerships?
We're
You know,
credible.
What's that?
I said, what do they think?
Well, it depends, you know.
Right.
So, I hope I answered your question with that. Okay, good. Now, Twitter, what's interesting about Twitter is that's up over about 18% as well for the previous year. Again, December 2010, it had 23.6 million visitors, which is huge. I got into Twitter myself about a year and a half ago. I think in the last 6 months I'm using it more. I could never figure out how to get more followers. And I started to figure out what I have to do to get more followers, and I'm growing it, and it's fun. I'm actually becoming addicted to it a little bit. I've got all the apps now, and I actually preset my tweets, and I have everything going. So, more people are on there.
What's the purpose of that?
The purpose of that is just to spread a message. Believe it or not, what I like about Twitter, I get all my news on Twitter. I personally don't like to have cable in my house anymore because it's a ripoff. So I like to stream everything online. I hook up my computer to my TV and I do everything from there. So I don't like to listen to the news. I don't want to deal with all the drama. And I'm sure Grant Cardone will explain that later on about how there's no negativity allowed and don't let the media pollute everything. So, but if I want to find out what's going on in the news, I go to Twitter and I see people tweet about it. I found out about Charlie Sheen and his winning and everything literally through Twitter. And so it's really a faster way to spread a message, in my opinion. Because you can literally say something and it goes out worldwide, anybody can see it. And I'm going to get into the do's and don'ts of Twitter towards the end of this because I have an opinion as to how I wouldn't use it for lead management. And again, we have statistics here where you can see Facebook is up there, it's growing. MySpace is a dying breed. However, as much as MySpace is a dying breed, I actually prefer to use it for SEO strategy. Anytime you build a website or you build a link, you literally, like your Facebook link, facebook.com/ABC Motors, myspace.com/ABC Motors. That is a whole other website for you to be on the internet. So what's nice about MySpace is you can optimize it with videos and reviews. You can plug in your Facebook and your Twitter in there, and when you literally do your tweets and everything, it'll just come up on MySpace. I don't even use MySpace anymore, but for visibility, it's out there. I have a nice clean profile. It's just another website for me. That's how I look at it. Okay. At the biggest declines, you start seeing Twitter doesn't really. Twitter does have actually an increase and a decrease. I don't think anyone's gotten to it yet. That's why you're asking me about Twitter, because it's still one of those things where it's still like, is it going to go? Is it not going to go? Okay. Tumblr is a blog, which again I also like to utilize that, just like MySpace, and then FormSpring hasn't really done very well either. Okay. What I'm going to get into now is how will social media help retain